We're now going to show you how to check in a voter on election day. When the voter approaches the check-in table, our check-in table is condensed so that we can show you everything on camera in one motion. But on election day, you'll have a check-in table, you'll have your voting machines in a separate area, and you'll have your precinct scanner in a separate area as well. So when a voter approaches the check-in table, the first thing you should do is ask the voter their name. Every precinct will have an envelope like this in their blue supply bag. This is your supplemental poll book. Any voter who applied for a mail-in ballot after the voter registration cutoff will appear in this book. So the first thing, whenever the voter gives you their name, you should check to make sure they're not in the supplemental poll book. If their name does appear in the supplemental poll book, the voter will sign this poll book. You will not look them up in the electronic poll book. So after we've checked the voter's name and it does not appear on the supplemental list, we're going to look them up in the electronic poll book. You'll touch search for voter and you'll begin to type in their last name first. Once you see the voter's name appear, you can stop typing and touch on the voter's name. This voter is green, they're active, and they're eligible to vote. So you'll touch on their name. You'll touch issue standard. And then for the ballot capture number, you'll want to enter the corresponding number from the numbered list of voters. So if this voter will be number 61, you'll type in 61 and then touch the blue button with the white arrow and then next. The voter will sign, and you can actually touch flip screen. You'll push the screen towards the voter so that they're able to sign. Once they're finished, you'll flip it back and touch flip screen. So the voter will sign, and they can either use the provided stylus or their finger to sign their name. Once they've done so, you will touch done signing, and you'll verify the signature, and you'll touch accept. It's now asking you to insert a ballot activation card into the printer. So just as the picture on the top shows that the notch, that is the way you'll want to enter the express vote card. So you'll enter the card. Once it's done printing, it prints the election date and the precinct name on the top of the ballot for the voter. There's no identifying information for the voter on this ballot. So for the electronic poll book, you would touch complete check-in. It would bring you back to search for voter, and you're ready to search for your next voter. So now the voter is going to take their ballot card over to one of the ballot marking devices. They'll want to make sure, just as the picture shows, and just as there is a notch, that they insert their ballot the way so that the notches are the same direction. So if the voter is at the voting machine, it would be that they want this to the right. They will insert their ballot. They would have instructions on how to vote. When they're ready to proceed, they would touch Start Voting. So that once the ballot loads and the voter can proceed in voting. If for some reason the voter would want to end their voting and cancel their ballot, in the top right corner is a quit that the poll worker would need to assist them. You can touch quit voting. There's a red dot with a black line. You'll just touch in the middle. For an election code, you'll touch continue. You'll want to enter the same code in that you started the machine with. Choose the reason as to why the voter is requesting to have their ballot canceled. Continue, and it'll reject the ballot. This ballot will need to be spoiled and placed in the spoiled envelope that's found in the white supply box. You can then reissue the voter a new ballot. We're going to vote the candidates in the first position. So if the voter were voting, if they want to do a write-in, every race has a write-in option. They would touch write-in, which brings up a touch screen keypad, and they could type in the candidate that they wish first and last name. And that name would then appear. The voter should review their selections. If they wish to make a change, they just touch that race. It'll take them back, deselect, and select the new candidate. Return the summary and they can review again. It is multiple pages. Once they're happy with their choices, they would touch print ballot, print on the second screen, and their ballot will print. The voters' choices are printed in plain text. So the voter should review their ballot to make sure that the plain text matches what they selected. If there, for some reason, there is an error, the voter can ask to have this spoiled and they can re-vote. So again, you would write spoiled on the ballot and place it in the spoiled ballot envelope. Once the voter has made their selections and everything is correct, they would then come over to the precinct scanner, and the voter should insert the ballot themselves into the precinct scanner. It can be inserted upside down. It says, "Thank you for voting." That's what you want to see before the voter leaves, is the "Thank you for voting" sign. Once it's been accepted and that disappears, it'll come back to the screen and it's ready for the next voter to insert their ballot.